Good morning or good day, wherever you might be. This is SmallBizDavid. And, well, first we've had some internet challenges. Oh, and I forgot to do something. I'm going to do it right now. I forgot to put the link so that folks could actually watch the. Okay, here we go. Give me a second here. Things have been very, very hectic today, to say the least. I'm pasting the YouTube in so that folks can actually watch what we are doing. Okay, there we go. So you should be able to be watching it now. There it is. Okay, let me get back to my screen here. There we go. Okay. Good morning again. I've had problems with the internet in the last hour, and it was on my end, the ISP end. But welcome. If you remember, well, if this is your first time coming to a community meeting, a special welcome to you. We have approaching 450 members of our community, Dreaming with Entrepreneurs in Google Plus, and by the end of the month, by the end of August, we should have 500 members based upon how many new members have been coming into the community on a daily, weekly, monthly basis. If you were with me the last time, I'll move the camera a little bit here. Oh no, I want to move it that way. I wanted to get the S in Dreaming with Entrepreneurs. There we go. If you were with me the very last time I did a community meeting, it was in my old studio. And just this last week, we moved into this new studio. Not only did we move into a new studio, but we have more upload bandwidth, 4 times as much as we had in our former location, which is good. I can see the pixelation and everything is working very well. So we're very happy about that. And so here we are. Some of the things that were tentatively supposed to happen today with other members who were going to be coming into the HOA and sitting in the bottom lower third, as we call it, on the panel. And by the way, if you ever want to join join us inside the HOA so that you and I can communicate directly, please let me know, and I will send you an invite, and you will be able to come in to the Hangout and participate, interactively participate. If there is any topic that you would like to discuss, please let me know. And also, I'm a very important objective of our community is for you, the members of the community, to share what is going on in your particular small business and how through small business collaboration other members of the community can help you. You might have a challenge. You might want to share what it is that you are actually marketing so that other members of the community can collaborate with you directly. That's what we're all about. We have community events that we plan, but our community is only as strong as our members are, for sure. And if you go to our Google Plus page, Dream Meeting with Entrepreneurs in Google Plus, the very first sentence describing our community is, there is strength in numbers. So together, how can we help one another grow our businesses, meet the challenges that we have? To that point, from September 1st, which is in what, about 8 days, 9 days, there will be 122 days left in 2014. And one of the things that I have found over the last 40 plus years of being a small business owner, is that small business owners are so involved in the day-to-day activity of their businesses, they don't take enough time to actually analyze what's going on in their business. And when I say analyze, I mean what are the things that you are doing that are working? What are the things that you are doing that are not working? Obviously, if they're not working, you need to change them. If they are working, continue to do them, fine-tune them, and take them to the next level. But if things are not working, you have two choices. If things are not working, change it to make it work, or delete it and move on to something else that will work. It's pretty simple, but we don't spend enough time analyzing what's actually going on in our businesses. So I decided this year I was going to do something about it. And as our community, I am setting up workshops, if you will, of maximum 10 people. We can have as many workshops as we need, but there will only be 10 people per workshop, so that the individuals within that workshop can actively engage with one another, so that together we can help each other. That's what it's all about. I will facilitate all of the workshops, and for that reason, I know that good things will happen to you. We have a large warehouse, if you will, of resources, not only in years of experience and actual hands-on experiences with various things, but also I know where, if I can't specifically help you with your challenge, I can turn you on to resources, other resources that can. It's worked for me every time. So we want to make it able to work for you. There will be a cost involved with these workshops. The 122-day workshop for the remainder of 2014 will cost $99, but I will guarantee you get $99 of value minimum by your engagement in these interactive small business collaborative workshops. If you are interested in getting involved in one of these workshops, probably the best way to do it is to comment in the event stream where you are viewing this HOA, either live or recorded. And also, I will do some postings from my profile page going out to everybody. And I will also do postings from the community page, the community profile page, so that you'll have many opportunities to respond, to say that you're interested. If you yourself are not interested, I'll bet you know somebody who is. We all know a small business owner. Everybody does, because we do business with that small business, because they're a friend, a relative, whatever. Everybody has some type of identification with a small business. Seeing as there are not anybody is going to be joining us on the panel this morning, what I'd like to do is to read the Entrepreneur's Pledge. That's that pledge right there. The Entrepreneur's Pledge is a pledge that I actually took for the first time, I guess it's about 4 years ago now. The pledge was created by the Kauffman Foundation of Kansas City, Ewing Marion Kauffman Foundation. They are the entrepreneurship foundation. Multi-billion dollars of assets, and every single day of every single year, they are doing something on behalf of not just small business in this country, although very much activity is directed towards small business, but the Kauffman Foundation also does millions of dollars of research about the economy, about business in general, about entrepreneurship, and they make their findings available to the community at large. I have been a, what do they call me? Something partner, dedicated partner. Here's my certificate from last year. Distinguished partner, that's what it is. A distinguished partner of the Kauffman Foundation. I do it basically because of my involvement every November, second week of November, with an initiative that they started about 7 years ago called Global Entrepreneurship Week. I have been a distinguished partner of that Global Entrepreneurship Week every week, every year, except the very first year when I didn't know about it. And as soon as I found out about it, I became an active partner. Last year, for instance, during the week, we did 15 HOAs on entrepreneurship. Individuals. I interviewed 15 entrepreneurs, called them featured entrepreneurs. And you can even find those interviews on one of my 2 YouTube channels. We'll probably reenact some of that activity as we move closer to November. I don't remember the exact date, whatever the second Monday in November is. Well, I can pull a calendar up here for a second. August, September, October. The second Monday in November is November 10th. So that's when Global Entrepreneurship Week will start this year, last the week. We are going to make, I hope, a very, very big community announcement during the week. I've been planning it. Actually, it has some contact with the Kauffman Foundation, with Global Entrepreneurship Week folks, to talk about it, to see how they might be able to help me in this particular endeavor. So those discussions continue, but stay tuned, because it's a very, very important week. We have an obligation as entrepreneurs to share our experiences with students of entrepreneurship. And that's the real purpose of Global Entrepreneurship Week, so that established entrepreneurs, through all kinds of events, all kinds of happenings, can share their experiences with other small businesses, or with folks who want to start a business, or with students of entrepreneurship. And of course, the students of entrepreneurship represent our entrepreneurship for tomorrow. The Entrepreneur's Pledge, as I said, I took it about 4 years ago on a website that the Kauffman Foundation established called Build a Stronger America. We were also part of the Startup America Partnership, which is a partnership announced, I think, 3 years ago now. The Kauffman Foundation was one of 2 foundations that announced this partnership between the private sector in this country and the government. The other foundation was the Steve Case Foundation. Steve Case was the very, very successful entrepreneur who started originally America Online, which evolved into AOL, which evolved into Time Warner, AOL, and I'm not quite sure what it is today, because Time Warner has been going through a lot of changes. Folks trying to buy them. So I'm not quite sure where that is, but not important for today's discussion. So here's the pledge, and I want you to think about it. I have never found any words that better describe how I feel as an entrepreneur of over 40 years. I could not actually have said it any better or expressed my thoughts any better than the Kauffman Foundation did. So I just took the pledge and lived by the pledge. And about every 6 weeks, I like to read it to remind me of what it is that I do and why I do it. And I guess no better way to inaugurate our new studio and our new bandwidth by saying the Entrepreneur's Pledge. Okay, here we go. I am an entrepreneur. I am following a dream, pursuing an opportunity, taking charge of my own destiny. I am bringing something of value to society, making a job for myself and for others, and creating wealth that benefits my family, my community, my country, my world. I am one of a movement of millions of entrepreneurs and innovators who made America great and who keep our economy going and growing. I am what I am because many people have helped me along this journey. Therefore, I will tell my story, sharing my successes and failures, so that others taking the entrepreneurial path can learn. I will strive to mentor an aspiring entrepreneur. I will make my voice heard by those who make policy decisions that affect me and my business. I will appreciate and celebrate my accomplishments and the accomplishments of all my fellow entrepreneurs. I will give back to society, to the society that helped me to be successful. I will build a stronger America. Thank you, Kauffman Foundation, for those very, very inspirational words that explain what it is that I do. Why am I an entrepreneur? What are the reasons? And what happens when I act upon those commitments that I have made to to the Entrepreneur's Pledge. I'm going to go back and go through each one of these and give you one additional thought as a final word today. I am an entrepreneur, obviously. Great discussion on really what is an entrepreneur. It's an ongoing discussion. I don't know why folks really need to get hung up in what an entrepreneur is. I think it's more important what an entrepreneur does. They dream. They have passion for a dream. And most importantly, they take action on that dream to make that dream a reality. It's pretty simple. Different ways that it can be done, but that's what an entrepreneur is. Following a dream, pursuing an opportunity, taking charge of my destiny. Yes, it starts with the dream. One of my favorite quotations is from Henry David Thoreau. Go confidently in the direction of your dreams. Live the life that you imagined. I hang it. It's very important. Another inspirational piece for me. Yes, an entrepreneur, as a small business owner, if they take that kind of action, small business is all about creating options for yourself and looking for opportunities so that you can expand upon and make real that dream. Of course, when you make that decision to do it, I don't want to say that you are a lone ranger, but you do determine your destiny. There's no question about it. I am bringing something of value to society, making a job for myself, wealth and benefits to everyone. A couple comments about that. When you have a business, people are not going to do business with you, buy from you, either a product or a service, unless you bring some type of value to their life. That value might be efficiency, making something run better than it had run. That value might be an actual measurable return on investment. If you can demonstrate a measurable return on investment, that's a huge amount of value, and people will buy from you if you can demonstrate that to them. There's a lot of debate that has gone on over the years about the creation of a job, and is it the job of the entrepreneur to create a job for others, or most importantly, a job for themselves? Obviously, the most important is a job for yourself, and however you want to define it. People don't take that leap, and it is a leap of faith. It is faith in yourself that you will not only be able to create that value, but that you'll be able to monetize the creation of that value so that you can provide for yourself, so that you can provide for your family. I guess people call that risk. And I have to honestly say, I personally am risk averse. Very early in my life, at age 24, I was told by my grandfather that I would give my mother, his daughter, $10,000 for a business because I had told my mother that I did not want to be her business partner. I wanted to be her son. And my grandfather overheard that conversation and he said, "Okay, David, here's what you'll do." And I said, "Okay, Papa, you're the boss. That's what I'll do." And that was my beginning as an entrepreneur, an entrepreneur who had made an investment of not only time but money, so that I could bring value to the world, to the community, more to the community at that time. In the 70s, everything that I did was related to publishing. And interesting enough, just this week, just yesterday, I had a discussion with a friend, and our community may get involved in a publishing effort as a community. We're going to talk about this next Saturday, as a matter of fact. So you won't want to miss that. If you want to get involved in getting involved in this publishing endeavor, any revenues generated will be shared equally by all those folks who have gotten involved. So you won't want to miss next Saturday's meeting. I'm one of a movement of millions of entrepreneurs. Thank goodness there are millions. Maybe there's billions by now. I don't know. Because we need to keep our country, your country, wherever you might live. And by the way, there's an interesting dynamic about our Dreaming with Entrepreneurs in Google+. And I need to do this because I haven't evaluated for a couple weeks. We have a large number of international members in our community. And that's basically because Google is international, it's worldwide, it's global, it's 24/7. We have a large percentage of our membership are from folks who live outside the United States, and that's very exciting. Business is business, and conceptually business isn't going to change no matter what country you're in. What's going to change, because of the cultures of those countries, is how you do business. And in some countries, governments take a more aggressive position in business than other countries in the world. So we're going to explore all those things. But business is business. 70s, I was in publishing. 80s, I was in direct marketing with special emphasis on direct mail. 90s, I was in direct marketing with special emphasis on teleservices. How can we interact with our customers through the world of the telephone? Maybe it's telephone now. Maybe it's chat now. Maybe it's that was a number that I was expecting, and I took care of the situation. Sorry about that. What was I saying? Oh, teleservices and how do we interact with our customers. I was a specialist in teleservices, indirect marketing in the 90s. But today, it's done through chat. Today, it's done through the internet. And it's still sometimes done by telephone. As a matter of fact, that was a customer service callback to me that was supposed to happen um, about 25 minutes ago through an automated system, and they said, well, you don't need to wait. There's a wait time. We will be back to you in 6 to 10 minutes. And that was 25 minutes ago. So those folks need help on their customer service. Don't make a commitment that you can't keep. The worst thing that can happen in business is making a commitment on which you cannot deliver. If you can't deliver, share that with your customer, share that with your client. Be truthful about it, because if you say you can deliver and you don't, you may very well lose a customer. The chances are very good that you're going to lose a customer. Okay, here's a very, very important part of why I do what I do. Because I am what I am, because many people have helped me along the journey. Those people that have helped me along the journey, I call them clients. I've had different kinds of clients over the years, depending upon what it was I was doing. And they would help me, not only with their support, but I'd ask them. I said, well, here's what I'm challenged with. What are your suggestions? And it was amazing. And you know what happens when you do things like that? You build closer relationships with your clients, because you are now truly, truly partnering in a collaboration. You know, we throw those words around, partnering, we throw around collaboration. They are very, very important words, concepts, and they're sometimes overused. But here in our Dreaming with Entrepreneurs in Google Plus, we are focused on small business collaboration. Bring your challenges of your small business into our community, and together as a community, we can help one another. Okay, so I am 1, 2, 3, 4. I am doing 5 different things, and because I do 5 different things, I make a commitment to tell my short story, successes and failures. I do HOAs. I do YouTubes, and a HOA becomes a YouTube. I have over 750 YouTubes, either done originally as a YouTube or done as an HOA. More likely it's now being done as an HOA that becomes a YouTube. There's more value in starting as an HOA and going to and let it evolve to a YouTube as opposed to just doing a YouTube. Trust me on that one. I've been doing them long enough to know. And every single day of every day of every year, 25 to 30 people go to one of my YouTube channels and they pull a video off the shelf. I call it my video library, and they pull it off the shelf. And out of those 30 people, we inspire at least one person every day. I would hope that more than one person, but if all I did was inspire, motivate, challenge, help one person a day, I would be fulfilling my obligation, not only to myself, but to the rest of the world of entrepreneurship. HOAs are a wonderful way to share failures or success. Now, I take that back. I do not like the word failure. We might not always be as successful as we want to be, but that doesn't mean we have failed. Failure comes when you don't take action upon your dreams, upon what it is that you want to do, your passion. That's what failure is. You don't take action. If you take action, you can't fail. You might not be as successful as you want to be, but you know what? With some fixing, with some collaboration, with some interaction, it can happen. You can fix those things. Here's probably my favorite commitment of the whole. I will strive to mentor an aspiring entrepreneur. I mentor a lot more than one aspiring entrepreneur. Just off the top of my head, I'm mentoring two individuals right now, actively, one-on-one. I'm taking time out of several days a week to mentor those individuals with tasks that they have so that they can start a business in one case or grow a business in another case. But the fact that I will talk about different things in my YouTubes, in the HOAs that I do, I am mentoring hundreds, if not thousands, of entrepreneurs. This one, I will make my voice heard by those who make policy decisions that affect me and my business. I specifically don't do a great job on that, but what I do is I pay voluntary dues to an organization called the NFIB, National Federation of Independent Business, and they do the best job of anybody in making our small business voices heard. That's what they do. So they take my dues monies and along with several 100,000 other small businesses, and they create initiatives in every state capital, 50, and in Washington with the federal government. So somebody can do it a lot better than I, and the way that I make it happen from my perspective is to just give them voluntary dues. NFIB, NFIB.com, I think. I don't think it's NFIB.org. I will appreciate and celebrate my accomplishments of all my fellow entrepreneurs. Yes, that's what we do inside of Dreaming with Entrepreneurs in Google+. We celebrate what has happened for us as entrepreneurs, and we celebrate what has happened to other entrepreneurs in our community. That's very simple, very simple. I will give back to the society to help to make me be successful. Absolutely, no questions asked. I give back every single day of my life. I try to give something back to that society that helped me get to where I am here today. And the final statement, I will build a stronger America, because all the things that I do and all the other folks that have taken this pledge and all the other folks who do what they do and haven't taken the pledge, we build a stronger America. And our community can help build a stronger global marketplace, not just build a stronger America, because of all the members that we have from around the globe. Okay, my friends, that's going to be it. We're going to be obviously more active in doing HOAs, so as I create the events, hopefully on a daily basis. My objective, my goal is to try to do a half-hour HOA every day at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, except on Saturdays and except on Sundays. Sunday we might do something in the early evening to get the week kick-started. But I will share information that I get that I think would be important for you and your small business. And if you ever have anything that you want to share with the community, we will take that time to do that. That's what we're all about. Thank you. Thank you for taking time to share our time Hopefully, you were able to get something of value today from what it is that we discussed, so that you can take it back into your life, you can take it back into your business, and you can grow with it. And if you haven't, let me know. Let me know what we need to do to make that happen for you. My name is SmallBizDavid, and thank you for sharing today. And I look forward to seeing you the next time, which may very well be the best time. See you then.